Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, first matchup of Week 3, Season 20 really, but we're calling it Season 21 because we decided to be like the other channels. Well, I think we're going to go back. Well, I might get into that more later. So, before the sign-up, I did a bunch of gearing towards the Executor. I do not recommend inflating your GP like this, but my matchups lately have been such large mismatches that I've been wanting to correct for that. So I decided, whatever, I'm going to, even though we're probably 3 weeks away from the Executor coming back, I'm putting that gear on. And a bunch of other gear that'll be in my talk video that'll be about the Executor and everything like that. But what I do want to do right now is I want to go do a quick recap looking at the teams my opponents took up against me in Grand Arena, because some of the stuff is interesting. So, first matchup, round 1 of last week. Kira team losing to Lando, not super interesting. A little lower here. Bossk, though, losing to young Lando. That's a surprise. There's preloaded turn meter, but I would have thought this Bossk team, especially with like Boba Fett, could have gotten through this team. Then Shaak losing up against the Resistance Heroes. That is fantastic. Bastila without any attackers. That's another fantastic win for the Resistance Heroes. That's all from that first matchup. Second matchup, we're looking at SWGOH against Darth Revan. No surprise there. Jedi Knight Revan losing up against Nute here. That's a surprise. He doesn't have Relic on Jolie, but that's a type of thing where if you're always paying the extortion from Nute, the speed starts ramping up really quickly, and the Nute could have been doing a lot of damage. Like, I don't like to pay the taxes in 3v3 because of that. The turns happen too rapidly. Then here, Shaak once again losing to the Resistance Heroes. That's fantastic. This Wedge team loses, but I don't care about that. Troopers losing up against Bastila. That's not really a surprise. That's not a great team to bring up against Bastila. But then Tarkin here with some Relic pilots losing, but their first order pilots, not really. They shouldn't be paired up with Tarkin. Droids beating IG-88 and some whatevers. Rolo here with some rebels losing to young Lando. And Poe losing to young Lando. It's just this young Lando team, people don't think it has any synergy, and it's low gear, so it looks like it's trash. But it trips up a lot of people. I like using it instead of teams that people know how to deal with, like Ewoks or Bounty Hunters or whatever. And then McGreevis standing tall. That's mainly my opponent being out of teams. Final matchup. His Darth Revan loses to my Darth Revan, but he doesn't bring in Bastila Fallen. He has a Relic advantage. That's why this is such a dangerous 3v3 team. Mon Mothma beating just a mix of Relic bloat that is required for going after GLs. Looking at JTR losing against this Nute team. That's not as much of a surprise, but I like to see it. Telzin losing up against my own Ventress. This low gear Jango team, I see what he's doing, but gear 9 Jango, you just gear up your Jango. Again, Jango's not a hard gear. And the rest of that's whatever. So what we're looking at in terms of this round, my opponent, let me quickly jump into the matchup so I can show you my opponent. This is what he's running in Arena. This is my first matchup against an opponent with 2 Galactic Legends. And this is why I geared up those Executor requirements early, is so I could get these kind of matchups. This is what I'm looking for, because I think some of my best Grand Arenas were before I unlocked Jedi Master Luke, and I had to deal with beating Galactic Legend opponents without Galactic Legends, and I was relying on the depth of my rosters to win, even if I wasn't able to clear, and this is what I was hoping to get to. So he's running Rey in Arena. He has Jedi Master Luke as his other one, and he's got Malevolence here. But when we take a look at the hot bot, and again, this is a Discord bot from Hot Utils. You can use this on my Discord community, or your guild can add it, or anyone can just create a channel and throw this on, but it's available on my Discord channel if you want to see it. Looking here, close in lifetime banners, like we've had closer matchups, but this 762 is respectable, and that's somebody who plays the game mode. You see that in the clears. Half of my clears doesn't really undersize, and undersize for me, that's an obsessiveness metric. That's, do you know the counters? That's, do you know which teams work smaller? And do you know the solos? So this tells me we have an advantage in being an obsessive. He has a slightly higher top ADGP, but I mean, actually, we haven't increased my top ADGP that much. I think only like, I don't know, I'd have to double check. It doesn't seem that different. Looking here, we have a 20 or 19 Zeta advantage, but where we're killing him are mods. You see the gear 11 speed advantage. I'm at 80, he's at 59. Then the 6-dot mods, this doesn't look, I mean, it's not good, but it doesn't look awful. And then here, this is why we're getting matched up, is the tier 5s. That might be for Crankor, that might be just, that's where he's bringing the characters, but that's where the roster bloat is. No Commander Ahsoka, but 2 Galactic Legends, only the Relic 5 though on Jedi Master Luke. If he puts them both down, I don't think we're going to get a full clear, but we'll get a win regardless. Only Relic 5 on gas, and we have speed advantages. The rest of this, there's only a 6-star Watt, and he doesn't have the Negotiator unlocked. It looks like he's got a 6-star Malevolence, so he's probably going for the 7-star first. This is why I like to just unlock them both at 5 stars. The fleet depth, I think, is better than having a 7-star one. All right, we are going to jump into this matchup now. Last I checked, he has not attacked. Where's my notebook? I wrote down a plan already. I was reviewing this earlier. It's going to be straightforward. This is one of those things where, yes, he has 2 Galactic Legends, but most of his GP is in those requirements, and it's not as deep as me. So looking at my defense here, we put down my standard stuff. You guys have seen all this. I don't think I mixed it up. I'm anticipating that my fleet holds because I put down Malevolence and Negotiator down. And yeah, that's all what I normally do. And back wall, I think it's 90% what I normally do. I may have changed a team or two. The only big difference is we've got Relic now on IG-88, so we'll see if that does anything. He didn't really, he got 1 defend up against an IG-88 last round, so I think it's more interesting in 5v5 than 3v3. But looking at his defense, like, he's got the right teams down, but you can see that the relics here aren't particularly dangerous or scary. Geos I don't think is worth putting on defense anymore unless you mix them into other separatist teams. Those are free points for a player like against an opponent like me. I think his best bet would have been putting both Rey and Jedi Master Luke in this territory, because I would only be able to get through 1. So we got crew. Phoenix is free points for me, so that's telling me this back wall might be weak. We got bounty hunters here, and then Rey. And when I was looking at the SWGOH data in 3v3, my best option against Rey here is like a 79% win rate. I mean, I guess we could throw in gas. I'm not going to do that. I'm assuming because my mods are better that even though this isn't... Where the hell are the... Okay. That even though there is some variance to this, my mod advantage should carry me through. After this, I'm going to do my next talk video. I'm behind on a few videos, but I'm trying to this week churn out a few because we've got most of the legwork done. All right, we are going to hit Finn first with whatever that ability is called. Freeze him. Perfect. I did Finn because the book, whatever this book is called, the Lifeblood. With the Lifeblood on Poe, it was going to be more work. Alright. Yeah. Oof. Maybe we do have a problem. I just wanted that on to Luke in case that happened. I want to increase cooldowns. Are we actually... We're going to lose, aren't we? I'm wondering now if I've even fought Rey in 3v3. Yep. That's not good. I think I've been so used to SLKRs in 3v3 that I need to revisit that. Which means we're clearing everything else, and then we'll come back to that. I chose crew, right? So one of the things I did, we're not going to be able to test it really this round, but I did bring Quill in IG-11 to Gear 12. That was something I was talking about last week that I wanted to see if we can beat those Relic 7 crew teams with BAM if at just Gear 12. Because with the Gear 11 it wasn't working. Once you lose Quill and his Shaak, it's over. Let's throw the burning down. Stack up on the whistling birds. I think we just want to stay focused on crew, honestly. Maybe not. I also need to revisit the mods on BAM. Because the common knowledge when he was first released in the game was to keep him slow. I want to see if that's still the case. Let's just take out officer. This is moving too slow. This really seems like something that I need a relic BAM for. Which will be happening soon enough, but still. Keep that going. Saving the AoE. I feel like we were getting more stacks last time we did this. Let's just take out Kylo. We're about to hit auto on this. It's a win, but I knew we could beat a relic. We've done this before. All right. Alright, we'll just JTR this one. You know what? I haven't, since I started this channel, I haven't been watching as many other YouTubers. And I think I need to get back in that habit. Because things like that Ray, I don't think I've fought a Ray in 3v3. Or it's been a long time. Usually I've been fighting SLKRs. And it's the type of thing that even though I haven't personally dealt with it, I should have seen it. But the Phoenix, I have no idea. There's so many things we could do against the Phoenix. Obviously, I want a solo. Could I Savage Ray? She's gonna already have turn meter to go. I don't think I'm gonna be able to take a turn before she goes. I think I'm still gonna try it. I need to get this, claim my energy, because it's distracting me. And you know what? I'll let you see how lucky I get. We've been hitting Hunter's node 3 times, and we're doing 2 times on everybody else. Everybody's at 6 stars now. So we'll do Bad Batch against... Grievous. I do... I don't know, it might be a bad idea. Most of this top board, like, I'm not playing Rey or the backboard any differently, so we're just gonna do it right now. We're gonna keep... I should have kept Vader for Rey, shouldn't I? That was a mistake right there. Possibly. I might want Watt. I'm trying to remember if I've had 3v3 success with the Bad Batch against Grievous. Usually we do Shaak T. We're gonna do it anyway. Like 5v5 we know it's comfortable. But we're also have more stars this week than we did last week. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna go poorly. No. Alright, we're leaving. We're just Shaak-Ting this. Really shouldn't be doing any testing this round. Because this might be a situation where we both don't full clear each other. We're just bringing down the stacks. I'd like to get it to a point where they can die close to the same time. Okay. Not quite, pretty close. All right, big hit. Okay. Plan here is seal us with C-3PO and Chupio. Maybe Han might be better. Some version of CLS is what we're going to do there. But now we are back to Rey. So I need a second. Probably going to do a JKR Thrawn gas cleanup. But no, let's just do it. Alright, JKR gas. I don't like to do these things with my Gear 12 Thrawn. And I haven't attempted this since before I had a GL. I don't remember what I'm doing. Okay. Can I put armor shred on her right now? I'm just not gonna do it right now. We're just waiting till she takes her turn. I'll throw some protection here. I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna throw down my armor shred now. Can we... I should have fractured. What am I doing? God. Okay. Victory is now secured. There was a chance if he kept his JML for offense and we weren't able to get through this team, he could have cleared everything but my fleets. And I shouldn't have marked right there. And he would, he'd have a chance at winning. All right. But if JML's on the back wall, we are definitely not clearing. Full clearing. How do I want to do this? Can I just take like my new relic Boba Fett? Can you do this for me? Okay. Is it enough? Not quite. Okay. I thought Zeb was going to take more. I didn't want to use my Wampa there because my Wampa is too valuable in other places. But the chances of me using Boba Fett are small. Alright, Rey, Padme, Ewoks, Mon Mothma, more Ewoks. I increased the relics on my nest. I kind of want to see if she can take Padme yet. What do I have? Because we do have to respect the relic levels on that Padme. I think we need a relic 5 nest. And I kind of wish I kept my bad bats so I could test them against this Padme. I want to try that again. I think we'll Traya this. I was thinking about like Wampa or something, but Wampa I think we'd rather do. We're gonna hold on. I am gonna nest this. We're not gonna do a solo though. I don't have my Kira. Maybe we aren't gonna do this. But if we don't do it, I'm gonna think for a second. Alright, I think I've got the semblance of a plan. We're doing Traya. We have other options against my Mothma. We actually don't have a lot of options against Padme. Problem is, this Gear 11 Traya is really not cutting it. But we don't have to deal with GK, so I think it'll be fine. I've always had other things to gear. Alright. We are going to isolate. Let's definitely dispel, get the fear. Increase them cooldowns. I want to hit somebody who has fear, so we are going to hit Ahsoka, because that's how we get the protection back. Okay, we got our Held by Hatred. I really want a Relic Scion. Scion was like my first favorite character in the game. Alright. Yeah, we'll just take out Padme. We got a Held by Hatred. All right. Now, the situation we have now is this JTR. We're going to split up my Han and Shui, but Han's going here. I'm not crazy about it. We're definitely using that lead. We're gonna stun Rey, but I don't know if that's the way to go. Alright, that leaves us CLS C3PO for Vader, which I'm also not crazy about. The rest of these guys we've got ways through. Thing is, I don't think CLS is going to win this. If CLS isn't going to win this, then maybe we need to consider something else. Just think. I'm kind of hoping his mods are bad. And I'm wondering, do I do something like the clones first? Would I rather clean up with CLS? Because at least with the clones, I'll be able to cleanse. It's not the clone I want. I either do that. What other Jedi do I have right now? I don't think I have anything worthwhile. I still have Yoda. Maybe we hold on to Ahsoka. I might take Embarrass then. Or does Tech give me something? So we get, what do you give me? I get stealth and potency. I get another dispel. Health recovery. We're gonna do tech. Sergeant Cody, they're just gonna go down. Alright, we get our turn meter, we get our tenacity up. I think I just want to take Palpatine out. I can hold on to that. I think we just do the basic. It's going to be a fracture pretty soon. That's fine. We don't need that yet. Let's do this. Let's get the days. No days. Target lock. Next turn we can annihilate. Or we could have. Ooh, I don't want fives out in the open like that, actually. All right. We're in the clear now. This is just gonna take a minute. Alright. We're good. We were clearing the rest of this board, no problem. We'll do my Wampa thing against the Nute. I guess we could take Yoda and stuff, but I know this is gonna work. We could also Wampa the Mon Mothma. Nah. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's get that tank tech up. Throw on that weapons tech. Daze them up. Sounds like we got some sort of audio problem. I'm gonna mute the game. I'm gonna hit Droidica until we have a taunting B2 again. Yeah, let's do it. Daze him. Nice. I'm trying to think about where I want to use nest. I'm a little worried about Mando. There's a number of characters I want to bring to Gear 12 just based on how fragile they are. And Mando is one of them. Traya is another one, really. BB-8's another one. Okay. This team, like I know people think they should do the relics. This team is not hard with these characters. Like, Cassian is more of a problem, Chirrut is more of a problem, Pow and Hothrobel Scout, obviously. Stun him, perfect. Can I get my contract off? I need a debuff. We could have tried Nest there too, but I thought this was a better way to split things up. Really it wasn't though. We could have Jango could have soloed. Like these Ewoks. This is why you gotta go for roster depth. This guy had Phoenix and 2 Ewok teams. He has 2 GLs, but I think it would have been better to put those like relic resistance characters he had to get. Than these teams. Maybe he needs them. Can I... Let's just do Kylo. This... There aren't the kind of Ewoks that matter here. And the gear level is so low. Log Ray is so irritating. Is the sound still messed up? Yep. It hasn't happened in a while. But we're not going to fix it. It requires shutting down the BlueStacks. And we'll fix it before the new account. Just going to wrap up this fleet, which we should be able to just march through. This guy's not a fleet player. He's got the Razor Crest. I kind of want to use my Razor Crest, but it's iffy. Even though we have relics now, I would just rather move on. I didn't mess up with Biggs again, did I? I need a such a faster. Biston. It's not cutting it anymore. So in terms of Lord Vader, I mean, this will be in the talk video. I am not going after Lord Vader anymore with the announcement of those latest requirements. Do not die on me. All right. Do Cassian. That way we get the... I think we can just take him out. All right. Oh, one of those droids. Let's see if we can get lucky. No, no luck. I have no idea which one of these. Let's cleanse the U-Wing. I think we got the right one. I need the Y-Wing. I should have taken the Y-Wing out. The spy is pretty good. Surprised how well my Cassian's doing. Let's not waste that. I'm not taking out any of these droids because it just feeds turn meter. There we go. You know what? We'll do Razor Crest here. We've got a bunch of relics on those, most of the pilots now, or not most, on Houndstooth and IG-2000. This Chimera is nothing to be concerned about. I need Cad Bane relic. Probably going after Jedi Master Kenobi now. Oh, and we got Boba Fett. See if another thing I geared up during the off week was I took Tusken up, and then I took up Commander Ahsoka to Gear 12, not to Relics. Relics, just Executor for now. Mark? Yeah. think I want IG-2000. I just prefer IG-2000. I'm going to go for the stun. We'll take out Razor Crest elsewhere right now. I think we got to start worrying about the ultimate from the Chimera. It's gonna cleanse. Yep. Oh, this is taking a while. Okay. New account. Let's claim. Oh, I forgot all about feats. I do have that promotion or whatever it's called. Chromium. Did we do chromium or rhodium? It's probably rhodium now, right? Oh, we got a bunch. Offense up, great. First attempts. Is there any finicky one? Dathomir native. Okay. And that's Maul and Savage, but it's also the Night Sisters. So maybe I don't put Night Sisters on defense. Alright. New account. Here with the new count, we are going against Instinct. One of the big changes here on the new account is that we have Darth Revan now on the squad. Brought him up to, I don't know, level 75 or something before this. We had a sign up before the credit heist, so that limited us. We got Jedi Knight Revan with my opponent. He's running a mishmash fleet here. I also brought up Shaak and Grievous to some usable levels, and the clones I built up a little bit. Didn't really like throw on ability mats, but threw some currency, put some mods on. This is standard defense we've been using the entire time. Oh wait, no, I changed one thing. We still have First Order on the back. I threw in the Shaak. Fives is there, but what you can see here, no 501st, so we don't have to worry about the sacrifice, and fives will actually be able to taunt. They're not going to be very good, but they're going to be better than my first order team was, because my first order team was not built up either, and the synergies are a little bit better there where there'll be more of a problem. So I have this Bastila team here, which has his Jedi Knight Revan and Yoda, but does not have the battle meditation Zeta, and I would do that first before either of these two Zetas, and the Jolie one. We got Palpatine with Vader here. That feels like a CLS. Or at least a Han and Chewie. Now in this bottom territory we're looking at Dooku and Boba Fett. Neither of these guys really a concern. So if I think about this, CLS up against Vader, maybe. Or we could split the CLS and the Han and Chewie up against those top two territories, but we keep Palpatine and maybe we keep Darth Revan just in case. So that means these lower territories we can deal with bounty hunters, troopers, a bunch of other teams. I think that's how we'll play it. We can really field two solid when we have and Jedi. We can field two pretty solid bounty hunter teams. I kind of want to do the Jedi. Because Dooku's going to be annoying. The alternate, which, it's Dooku and who what? IG-100 and B2. Yeah, we're gonna do the Jedi because that taunt is gonna be annoying. B2 is gonna be a little annoying with the Jedi too, especially because I don't have battle meditation yet. That's like a this week item, because Yoda is actually at like 80 or 82 now. He needs 84, level 84 to have the Zeta. No, Ahsoka's on defense. I was thinking Ahsoka for the Dispel, but we'll go with this. And we don't have the Zeta on Jolie either. He needs a level 82 for the Zeta. But I think this week, assuming that I do enough of the purple ability mats, we'll drop those two Zetas. And then we'll probably move on to other characters. More attention is going to go towards the Sith Empire. Definitely do the mark on Dooku. Just take him out. He's got the level advantage, but the gear doesn't matter. We can do the big hit. That's enough. Ignore IG-100 so he doesn't counter and get the taunt up. And actually, let's continue to ignore him. Now we'll do this. Swap with Yoda for the turn meter. Mark and take out B2. See, this is one of the things that the like philosophy and of my approach to the game and to the new account has been in development, and one of the things that I've been emphasizing more than just the roster depth, which has always been a thing that I've harped on this channel. It's good. The quality of a kit is more important than the gear or the level. So I see a lot of newer players like trying to get to level 85 first, or trying to increase the gear really quickly on mediocre teams, and even having a good team at lower level or lower gear is worth more than having some teams like the gear wasn't particularly good on those characters, but they were all level 85. Now here we're going to do bounty hunters. I almost want to do troopers. Because it's Boba, Cad, and who else? Greedo. I really want to do troopers. But my troopers are worse than my bounty hunters. You have to respect Boba Fett. I want that unique Zeta on Jango. I don't know if it's a top 10 Zeta, but it's probably a top 20 Zeta to me. It was one that I really delayed getting on the main account, but I've really taken advantage of since. But it's also not that needed. Like, it would have been nice to stop the revive, but it's not like it would have changed anything here. But against teams like Night Sisters, some Ewok teams. Alright, this is why I like to save teams. We got Geos back here. And he has an interesting clone. That's Rex, right? Or is that Fives? That's Fives. This is a bad team. And the reason it's bad is because ARC Trooper's on it. Like, Fives with Bad Batch would be fine. But I'm going to just kill off ARC Trooper and Fives will die. I'm going to do Empire. No, the abilities on Darth Revan are still too low, where really, now that we have Darth Revan, we have another counter to the Geos, but it's not one I want to risk yet. And it might be time to take Thrawn to like Gear 8. Because nobody is really usable at Gear 7. Like, Gear 8 is when characters turn into usable versions of themselves. Okay. We'll do the fracture. I don't think we really need it yet. We're gonna head to the upper territory that has the more troublesome teams. One thing though is like always make this territory harder. He put his harder teams in front of fleets, but I was able to clear that with weak teams because of it, and now we have a... We weren't forced into any difficult decisions because of it. And I think we are going to use the Sith Empire here. That might actually be a bad idea, because they don't really work yet. Because the first thing you'll see is fear isn't going to work the way it should. Yeah, so we'll throw that ability down. We got fear on Yoda, which is nice. We're going... Yeah, we'll do this ability, but you'll see fear isn't spread on everybody. Oh, and they get to assist right now? That's not cool. I'm gonna let Basilisk turn skip. I should have done the fear on Revan. We messed that up. We messed it up in such a way that we're probably going to lose this. Oh no, the sacrifice! Yeah, we messed this up. I misplayed this. It's too much counting on these guys to work the way a developed team works. There's no way this is gonna... Yeah. No, we're gonna just do this. So I think what we need to do here, and I don't like it, is we need to split up CLS. Which is what I was thinking about, but I didn't really want to do it. Let's make sure I chose the right team. So we're going to do Han up against the upper territory. We'll do Leia, maybe? Leia might not be the best choice, but it's who we're gonna do. Han might be better, because we get that nice turn meter. We'll do that. So right off the bat, we are going to stun Vader. I'm going to stun Bastille Fallen. She concerns me actually a little bit more. Let's take her out. Can we stun Palpatine? Yes. Taunting. Now pull that turn meter back on Vader. We didn't pull the turn meter back. Why am I not getting any stuns? Alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Now the tougher part. That's why the CLS investment is so valuable. All right. A little bit of this. I'm gonna hit Yoda. We gotta sacrifice. Let's dispel everybody. Oh, that. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. C-3PO, you are messing everything up. We are dead. I'm gonna have to use bounty hunters now. Now I'm starting to get worried about clearing this team. I was kind of really counting on Darth Revan to work. But I think we're dealing with like level 4 abilities, and that ain't good enough. I'm basically just hoping that we get the contract off, because if we don't get the contract off, this is not going to be great. I was also not expecting that stun to land, because there's the Zeta on Bastila. God, these turns are just killing me. There's no way. I shouldn't have brought in Dengar. I brought him in because he's the strongest one, but the stealth. I don't think we're going to win this. I mean, obviously this battle, but I mean this Grand Arena is what I mean. Unless he did not save enough for offense. Before I burn all my teams, because I don't think we're going to get through that, we need to clear this back. He's not going to get through my ships. These troopers are more of a problem, or not troopers, the Zelbar is more of a problem here. And we will use troopers. We're not beating that top territory. We don't have anything now. Bounty hunters would have been nice though. Or I mean, Boba Fett and Jango would have been nice. No, it wouldn't have, because with the tenacity up from Bastila. No. I think Silas Han, Chewie, or Vader. But really, Darth Revan was the right call. I just need those abilities higher. I think we can blow through mission quickly. That's not... We're going to dispel everybody in a second. That should be a... Not if you miss. Alright, that's enough on... Don't make a liar out of me mission. Okay. Oh, we can do Karth with this. Like, problem is my mission in Zelbar are no good right now. Here. I think we're just going to have to hope my defense holds. Thing is, if I would have put fear onto Revan, we'd been fine. We're just going to take out Arc Trooper first. This is what we always talk about. Fives here is about to do his worthless sacrifice. Unless somebody gets a taunt off. Alright. Now the ability for why we brought in Young Han. Get that protection up with the retribution. Okay. Alright, there's nothing to beat these guys with. We're going to call it there. I'm going to work on the talk video for the Lord Vader requirements. Actually, I'm going to release this video after that talk video, so I don't need to tell you about it anyway. Thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other, because CG won't.